Bionotes. Maybe Grizz will keep me awake. Like a skeleton, cytoskeleton provides structural support as well as
Oh my, cytoskeleton, you're crashing. I need to move you and get you some help. Endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes. I think there's something wrong with the cell. I think it's cytoskeleton. He's not strong and fibrous like usual. If he collapses, the cell will die.
Please, call me ER.
He's probably lacking in proteins. After all, that's what he's made out of.
It's true. I'm made up of microtubules, which are hollow tubes made of globular proteins called tubulins. Microfilaments, which are solid rods made up of globular proteins called actin. And intermediate filaments that are fibrous proteins that supercoil into cables. I, as a cytoskeleton, provide structural support, as well as movement, including both the internal and external movements of the cell.
No, are we running low on microtubules? I need microtubules to help me function. I'm also made of microtubules, but they're in doublet. Large motor proteins called dyneins are attached to each outer doublet. They have these cute little feet that walk along, and when they move on one side at a time, my microtubules bend, and that's how I got cytoskeleton to get here. Of course, if I was a primary cilium, I wouldn't have the central pair of microtubules, and I'd work on sensory reception, but I'm motile.
Stop blabbing about yourself, Celia.
Oh please, what are you guys doing? I need you to make proteins for cytoskeleton.
I'll do it. After all, I'm the most important organelle.
What are you talking about? We all work together and serve a purpose to help the cell survive.
What do you mean?
Well, I, for example, if you're okay with me speaking, am found floating in the cytosol or bound to tubules of rough endoplasmic reticulum, or the nuclear envelope, and carry out the commands of the nucleus. I make proteins from instructions given to me that are translated from DNA to messenger RNA, and I bind to the mRNA and receive its specific nucleotide sequence for the protection of proteins or amino acid sequences.
Now, here comes the most important part. Me, aka the biosynthetic workshop of the cell. I detoxify poisons, store calcium ions, aid construction of lipids such as oils, phospholipids, and steroids, aid construction of proteins for membranes, other organelles, and secretion by the cell. I even fold protein molecules in sacs called cisternae.
Come on here, let's not just stand here, let's go help him.
I'm basically your employer. I work my folds off every single day, and you dare speak to me like that? This explains why not all the proteins I sent to my ribosomes ended up like they should. It's because I gave you the responsibility to synthesize them.
Oh, no one cares about poor old little old me. If you guys just can't save me, my microtubules won't be able to connect to the chromosomes, help them with their first split, move to each daughter cell, and cell division in mitosis. Also, my microtubules won't be able to combine to form cilia and flagella.
Guys, you need to stop bickering. We need to get cytoskeleton the proteins he needs.
Hurry up, guys. The cell needs me, since I provide the important framework for the cell's shape, the cell's movements, and the organelle's movements, and also cell division.
And in my small subunit, mRNA and I will bind. And I'll translate the nucleotide sequences of mRNA molecules into amino acid sequences of polypeptides and add on to a growing chain of proteins in my larger subunit. Then I'll insert these polypeptides into ER. ER, can you please manufacture my proteins?
Fine. Once the new protein folds into its three-dimensional shape and becomes a glycoprotein after short chains of sugar link with it, I'll package it in a transport vesicle.
Thank you guys. Thanks for everything.